Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Extravagant Fragrances. So today what we're going to talk about is the difference between different oils and how not every body oil is created equal. And these conversations come up a lot whenever I'm dealing with different vendors, and then you have people that different vendors who wholesale to other vendors, and just watching how their products are being sold, for example. So you have the domestic body oils, and then we like to refer to the other stuff as you have your imports, because the imports just have that reputation of being a higher grade, a higher quality. And as I learn, as I go, I'm learning that there are actually different premium domestic body oils that have the same quality as some of the imports that you might see coming out of like Saudi or Kuwait, or even France. And that just has to do with the fact that, yes, the United States does have the ability to produce fragrances on that level, right? So you have some raw materials like oud, for example, like agarwood, is very hard to get some of those fragrances from the source. Let's say if you're a manufacturer here in the U.S., you have perfume houses in overseas that they've been dealing with crops like agarwood crops that have been passed down from generation to generation. And so they have like these already established relationships with the farmers and whatnot. So yes, there are some ingredients that are not easy to come up on, but nevertheless, a premium fragrance like what we're seeing coming out of the Middle East, for example, yes, the U.S. has the ability to produce some fragrances like that. Now, notice I said some, not all. All right, there's just some ingredients that are just going to be cheaper to get at the actual source, and that brings to mind a conversation that I had with one of the local brothers, and he was talking about how he knew a guy who he would fly all the way to India. He'd take about 15 grand with him, and he'd go directly to, some of the perfume suppliers out there. And he would stock up, he'd load up, 15 grand worth of stuff, and he'd come back here to the U.S. and he's talked about how he would have like this huge line like down his street at his house, just going to resell some stuff that he got directly at the source. One of the complaints that I hear come up often is, especially with some of the vendors, is how you have some customers that they will look at, like, let's say the most popular is the 1/3 roll-ons. They'll look at those and they'll say, well, I could go over and to so-and-so and I can get that same roll-on for like, $3, right? And he's done his homework. This one vendor that I deal with, he's done his homework. He's looked at some of the local vendors, and we were talking about the one vendor who he was selling his roll-ons for like $3, and it was a real pretty packaging. Like the packaging was straight premium. He had you could tell like the bottles were probably labeled in a factory. The bottles just look way more premium, like silver caps, bigger, like the thicker 1/3 roll-ons. But he was like, man, he's like, the quality is just straight water. He's like, it's just terrible quality. And so that goes to show that a lot of times when you see some fragrances that are in fancier bottles, a lot of times you'll find that if it's selling for cheap and it has a fancier looking bottle, then know that most times you're going to be noticing that they're lacking in quality. The fragrance isn't going to last that long. the hang time, the sillage isn't going to be there. You know what I mean? And it's just gonna be a terrible fragrance in terms of quality. Now, when it comes to, let's say, fragrances that you might see in just a regular plain bottle, right? And you're seeing somebody is actually selling it for more than the average person, then smell it, give it a chance, smell it, you know, ask for a sample, put it on. And I like to do the hand washing / voodoo test, right? Where you wash your hands. How many times can you put that fragrance on before it's gone after you wash your hands? Like, try that test. That's one test that I use. I like to use the go to bed, you know, roll around in bed at nighttime, tossing and turning, and then wake up the next day. If it's still on me, I know it's a good fragrance. Yeah, so that goes back to what I was saying earlier about the premiums, imports, and domestics. The domestic body oils that you're used to seeing a lot of vendors carry, which I also do carry, those, you know, that is for a specific market. I think the domestic body oils is for the market of people who, you know, they need their body oils like they need a stick of deodorant, right? I consider the domestic body oils to be kind of like a toiletry. You get what I'm saying? You need soap, you need deodorant. You know, I mean, think about the average body oil wearer. Like, when they go into their bathroom, when they're getting ready for their work day, right? What are they doing? They're gonna hop in the shower. They're gonna use their soap. You know, they're gonna brush their teeth, right? They're gonna roll on some deodorant, and then after that, you know, if it's a lady, she's gonna dig into her makeup bag, and she's gonna have her roll on in there. You get what I'm saying? And so the body oils, the domestic body oils, have their place in terms of being an everyday use type of thing. An everyday consumable type of thing, right? And then you have your premiums. That's where, you know, that's for a whole nother clientele, right? The premiums, I would consider they're going to be on the same type of clientele as the imported body oil or imported outerwears, right? These are for the people that, you know, they're in a more high-end setting. They might work in a real estate office. They might work in a bank, right? They might, you know, be somewhere where they're dealing with high-ticket transactions, right? Those are the type of people that I would consider that would be wearing like the high-end imported stuff or the premium fragrances. And so the difference in quality and price is by multiples. You get what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, like when I try to explain to people the difference between domestics, the premiums, and the imported fragrances, you know, what I'm trying to do is to get you to understand that the way it's made, the way the imported fragrances are made or the premium fragrances are made, the purity is just way higher. I mean, just speaking from some of the stuff that I have here at Extravagant Fragrances is some of the imports, for example, like the French fragrances, the quality, the purity is about 40% stronger than the domestics. And so you're getting just a pure product, a cleaner product. It just smells stronger. The lasting power is stronger. And so, yeah, it's going to cost more. You know, and so it's really interesting, the psychology of people, how when you put it, you know, the fragrance in let's say the roll-ons, we talked about this in the live stream, how they just don't get it. They think that all fragrances are all the same, you know. And what I'm here to say is there is a difference between a fragrance that, you know, costs under $100 and a fragrance that costs $600 per pound. And so here at Extravagant Fragrances, we carry a range of different fragrances that vary in different qualities, different purities, and for different settings and different occasions, right? And for the different kind of clientele. And so so that's why what I've been doing lately is I've actually been trying to separate the premium look from the domestic body oil look, right? The domestic body oil being like the roll-ons that I have on the site right now, like the 1/3 plain roll-ons. And then when you get to the 12 ml dipsticks or 3 ml dipsticks or 6 ml dipsticks, those are the more premium fragrances. Hold on, guys. Gotta take this call real quick. So that's it, guys. If you guys have any questions, put it down in the comment section. If you have any questions, or if you're a vendor, for example, and you're running into obstacles where people don't understand your quality, you just have to understand that times are changing. You have suppliers out there that are just, they just want to chase the quick buck. For them, it's about a budget. It's about, how much can they squeeze out of the customer. And then you have the vendors out there that are gonna go up on their price just because they want to they want to maintain that premium quality. So anyways, take care, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.